Hey there, Foxy Gamers! Welcome back to Stardew Valley Min-Max playthrough. I almost forgot what we were playing. What's wrong with me? Okay, the spirits are annoyed today, so... Well, I'm not sure I really care that much, honestly, because like I said before, if I want to go to the mines, I go to the mines, damn it. Whether or not we have good luck, especially this early on in the game, because we never really know how many days we're gonna get of good luck, and I really want to get our sprinklers if we can. I don't think I'm even gonna bother harvesting that kale right now because, as I said before, it's pretty ridiculously lucky that the crop fairy came by last night, and since this is meant to be a run that any of you guys watching could do, I don't want to include that as part of the run, because that's just cheap, and it's probably not going to happen to you, to be honest. Alright, I did actually forget to check the weather, so let's see what that is going to tell us. It's going to be clear and sunny all day. Bummer! I would really like to upgrade my watering can so that it isn't so bad for us to water everything by hand while we wait for us to get our sprinklers, but alas. Alright, so what is our farming at? Only 2. We need to get to 6. That's not going to happen by day 13. And we need to get... It is gold that I need, right? Yeah, iron, gold, and refined quartz for the sprinklers once we get them. So... what should we do today, guys? I think... we're going to just go back to the mines, but this time around, I might regret this later, but I'm going to sell a bunch of this stuff so that tomorrow perhaps we can buy ourselves the backpack upgrade or potentially the watering can upgrade, whichever one presents itself first. I realize we haven't actually turned in an artifact to Gunther yet, so the earth crystal would probably, either the earth crystal or the quartz would probably be the best ones to choose because he'll give us 250 gold, which is worth more than, say, the earth crystal. But I'm going to wait to do that until we go over to Clint to give him our watering can, whatever that's going to be. It might be a hot minute. I'm going to sell the regular geodes because they're probably not going to have anything super valuable in them, but the magma geodes I'm going to hang on to for probably paying Clint to open them up and see what sort of goodies lie inside. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. We're going to want to plant our rice shoots as well, and let's see, the mixed seeds... they could be cauliflower, parsnip, or potato, and we have plenty of time before the end of the season to do that, so yeah, I think we are going to plant those, but we'll go ahead and drop off a few things here, and I'll hang on to the earth crystal in case we decide to turn that into Gunther. In hindsight, I'm actually regretting planting those mixed seeds where I did because it's going to drive me crazy once we get our strawberries and we can't plant them uniformly, so... I made a mistake there. Not really, because it's not the end of the world at all. But if you know me at all, you know how much of a problem I have with hideous farm plots. But I'm just either going to have to deal or else put them off to the side. So this is probably going to be the last day that we actually pass out in the mines because starting tomorrow, we're going to have a lot of gold. If you really want to go hardcore, you can calculate everything to make sure that you're never going to have more money than what you want to spend. But I'm not really sure what I want to buy right now, and we don't know how much we're going to find in the mines today either. But I would like to probably get a backpack upgrade and then possibly a watering can upgrade if it's going to rain on the 11th. At this point, I'm really not counting on it because I'm just like having terrible luck with the rain. Don't forget to bring a torch with you to get down to level 30 in the mines because once you get there, you're going to regret not having picked one up yet. Trust me, I've been there. I really hope that I'm gonna find a weapon at some point. Otherwise, we're gonna be taking this baby sword with us all the way down to level 80. I don't recommend buying an actual weapon from the guild unless you feel like you really, really need to. If our goal is not to kill all the enemies, you should be okay without it. It's pretty annoying when you encounter bugs and bats and stuff like that. Or, oh man, the really awful shadow-like things on level 30 plus. Those things are super annoying with a crappy sword because you kind of can't run away from them very well, especially if you don't have a glow ring or a torch. You have no idea where they are, but it's still probably not worth it. Just make sure to always carry at least 100 stone on you, so that way you can make a staircase if you end up on a monster level or something like that. I also really suck at actually hitting the rock that I'm aiming for. I don't know why, because I'm on a PC, and that should just be the easiest thing, but what can I say? I suck at video games, so you're probably gonna do a better job at that than I am. You got that going for you. So I totally, completely failed at following my advice of having the stone in my inventory, and as you could see, I had to kill all the enemies one by one, which really, really sucks. I didn't mean to do that. I think what happened is when I was up at my chest, I accidentally hit the button that puts everything automatically inside your chest that's already there, and there happened to be some stone in there. Aside from the weeds being useful for potentially getting mixed seeds, I also like to hang on to as much fiber as I possibly can because we might be needing it for some tree fertilizer if we decide to go that route. I'm not really sure yet at this point if that's what we're going to be doing. We might be going more the fish and buy route, but just in case, I want to make sure I have a lot of fiber stockpiled because it's kind of the only place we're going to be getting it at this point. If you do get stuck with a whole bunch of enemies all at once on one level, if you can find a way to corral them up against some other rocks or up against a wall or something like that and attack all of them at once, that will really help you be able to kill them a lot faster. This is probably only best done with a sword, but you can try it with other weapons. I'm not really skilled at any of the other weapons. The only time I've ever actually used a dagger was when I happened to have the fishing trident at a really low level, and then it's just kind of like you sort of wreck everything in your path. And the maces I've toyed with. Again, if I have a mace that's more powerful than any sword in my inventory, I'll use those, but I find them kind of hard to use, and you can very easily get overwhelmed with a mace. But hey, if you're good at utilizing them, by all means. I got really lucky that I was able to get down to level 40 before the end of the day because it got pretty close. Oh, why is my microphone so loud? Whoa, how did this get turned up? Oh. I totally just noticed, like, right now that somehow the recording settings of my microphone got super messed up and it was recording pretty loudly, so I apologize, but the problem has since been fixed. I was really lucky to get as far as I did by the end of the day because I thought I wasn't going to make it down to level 40 before 2 a.m. hit. And if that was going to be the case, I totally would have just dropped a couple staircases, but as it turns out, I didn't have to do that. At that point of the night, I knew I wasn't going to get down to level 45 by 2 a.m., so I figured I would just continue farming level 40, or rather level 41, as much as I could before 2 o'clock rolled around. Okay, look at all that juicy money. Woohoo! Not bad. Will that be enough for us to get Demetrius to come say hello? I can't remember whether it's 15,000 or 25,000 that he comes and talks to us, but we'll find out shortly. Alright, what's the weather say? Gosh darn it. Ugh, we're not gonna get it. Oh, we're just not gonna get to upgrade our watering cans. I can tell right now. Spirits are very happy today. Well, that's good at least. Fantastic. I'll go ahead and watch this Queen of Sauce. I know that it said rerun, but I thought maybe I missed it. I couldn't remember. Nope. Okay. I guess it must be... What is it then? Yeah. Okay, so at 25,000, that must be when Demetrius comes by. Okay. We'll go ahead and drop these off. I think I'm going to hang on to the frozen tier because we want to have that to turn into the community center to try and get the minecart unlocked as quickly as possible. And I might as well go ahead and plant those additional 3 mixed seeds that we got. I basically just realized that we're definitely not getting our watering can upgraded because let's say tomorrow it does say it's gonna rain, which would be on the 12th. We don't want to go turn in our watering can to Clint that day because since the 13th is a holiday, that means we won't be able to pick it up from him until an extra day later, which will basically make us lose a day on our crops. And I don't know. Is that worth it? Is it worth losing a day of watering in order to get an upgraded watering can? It would reduce the amount of energy we had to spend watering our crops, also the amount of time. So, I don't know. Is it worth it? I'm not sure. You guys tell me. Well, I was gonna say, since we're not gonna be able to upgrade our watering can in time for the 13th, that we might as well go to Pierre's and buy the backpack upgrade. But, as I'm sure you're all aware, it is Wednesday, so we can't go talk to Pierre. We'll have to do that another day. So back to the mines we go. My goal is still to continue going down the mines as far as possible while picking at iron whenever I see it. But I am, of course, going to go for any sort of gems I see or forageables or that sort of stuff, as long as it's not too far off the beaten path for me. We might be running out of chubs today, so I decided to bring along some parsnips just in case. If we get a lot of cave carrots, that would be super cool, but who knows what's gonna happen. The reason I'm not throwing all of my available ores into the furnaces right now is because I want to make sure we have enough coal to keep a balance of everything that we want to make. You may be wondering why sometimes I wait until I'm basically at empty energy before eating some food, and why I don't just go ahead and eat more food to fill up my energy bar, especially when it's early on in the day. And the reason for that is because if I end up getting hurt a lot by enemies, and I need to eat food in order to regain my health, it would be a waste to not be able to regain some energy that way too. The one exception to the don't go after enemies and try to kill them all rule is kill every dust sprite you see. We're going to be needing lots and lots of coal, and you can never have enough coal. So kill as many dust sprites as possible because they have a very good chance of dropping coal for you. In fact, they have such a good chance of dropping coal that I'm quite annoyed when they don't. I'm just that greedy. I did also decide to kill a ghost because I wanted to make sure I could get a solar essence for turning into the community center. Which reminds me, we should probably go talk to the wizard sometime soon so that we can actually turn stuff into the community center. In fact, I think that's a good idea to actually do that first thing in the morning because, first thing after watering, obviously, because if we can get that first seed packet, I know we're not going to get the fertilizer in time for the strawberries, but at least if we get that seed packet, we can sell that for an extra, I think it's something like 1,300 gold, which would be pretty cool. Kind of disappointed in myself for not doing that already. I am gonna sell the frozen geode. I don't know if it's a good idea to pay Clint to crack those open or not at this point in the game. But since we already have some magma ones stored up, I'm just gonna go ahead and put those in the bin. Okay, that was a pretty successful day. Also, I'm realizing that we actually do want to hang on to an earth crystal to turn into the community center anyway. So yeah, it's good that I didn't sell all of those because we're not going to be back on the copper floors for quite some time probably. Okay, is there anything I want to build with my copper bars? Do I want to do a recycling machine? Wood, stone, and iron. Do I have any trash? I did not bring any trash with me. It must still be at all my chests. I just have some trash lingering about. So we'll have to pick that up at another time. I don't think I'm going to use the iron bar then until we actually have the trash in hand. Okay, well, on that note, that is going to do it for this episode. Again, I apologize greatly for the potentially poor audio at the beginning of this episode. I haven't heard how bad it is yet. I'll find out soon. But yeah, I hope you can forgive me for that. It won't happen again, I promise. Anyway, that's going to do it for this episode of our Min-Max playthrough. I hope you guys are finding this useful, and I look forward to playing the next couple days. Thanks a lot for watching, and until next time, stay foxy.